Let's look at this matching hypothesis. Matching hypothesis. People tend to pick someone they view as their equal in physical attractiveness and social desirability. So this is a psychology, a hypothesis that was coined by somebody they called Taylor, 3 people actually, or 4 people. Taylor, Floor, Mendelssohn, and Cheshire, 2011. Matching hypothesis asserts that people tend to pick someone they view as their equal in physical attractiveness and social desirability. Now, people generally are attracted to something that is fine, Abi. But when you're looking to marry, are you looking for the most pretty person? Most of the time, that's not what you're doing. Most of the time, in a crowd like this, it's not the finest girl that you get married to. Because if it's the finest girl, if all that's important is that the person is fine, all of us will be looking for the finest person, right? Some people do, but they look for those kind of people as trophies. You know what the trophy is? They look for those people as though they are like a possession. One of the things they bought and kept in their house. So you have what they call a trophy wife. Huh? The only reason he married her is because she is Miss World. That's the reason why he went to marry her. He has a lot of money, and then she's Miss World. She just won Miss World, so he decides to go after her and bastardize her with a lot of money and then carry her and put in his house. That's a trophy. But most of the time, normal human beings, when they get married or enter into a relationship, they're not looking for the most attractive person. Rather, they are looking for, according to this hypothesis, they are looking for somebody who matches them, who they believe matches them in their own mindset. That's the person that matches me. Am I making sense to you? So, for example, most of us, right, will say that a very attractive movie star is out of our league, for example. So, for example, if you Genevieve were to be here now, most of you know Genevieve? Naj. She were here now. She's attractive, isn't she? Is she? Is she attractive? What do you mean by that? She's not attractive. Oh, God, God. Huh? Crush. Sure, I was growing up. Now I'm grown, right? Genevieve in Naj. Okay, so most of us believe, men now, believe that she's pretty, but if she were to be in our proximity, many of us would not approach her. Why? Because we think, even though she's fine, she's finer than our level. She's not in our league. It's the same thing with women. There are some guys that, if they tell you that the guy came to say, told somebody that he's interested in you, say it's a lie. It is a lie. Please stop deceiving me. Because she believes that that guy is not in her league. Brad Pitt now, if he were living in the same compound with Brad Pitt, as much as you like Brad Pitt, you will not approach him. Because you tend to tell yourself that this thing, people tend to pick people who they believe in their own perception that they're equal. That's what this hypothesis is saying. Makes sense? Yeah, I'm going somewhere with it. So now, so because of this hypothesis, right? People tend to weigh their potential partner's attractiveness against the likelihood of success. So what this hypothesis says I'm doing is I'm not going to approach Genevieve because I think that if I ask Genevieve, Genevieve will say no. Because Genevieve is not in my league. So when I see Blessing, mentally I am thinking about, will Blessing say yes or no? Even though I like Blessing, but because of this, I want to pick Blessing only if I think that Blessing is on the same level of attractiveness as me. This is the reason why some girls will say, what is wrong with him? Is he not seeing me? I've been with him for 2 years, as in we are just friends for 2 years. I've been liking him and I'm waiting for him and he will not say anything. The guy is mentally matching, trying to tell himself, if I ask her, will she say yes or will she say no? That makes sense to you. So because of that, he is hesitant to ask you. Because of that, she's hesitant to approach you. Because mentally, she's weighing the attractiveness against the likelihood of success. And that's the reason a lot of people don't start relationships or don't get into relationships with people. That's the reason. Now, in order for a relationship to happen, you need to break that. You need to have a way of showing or letting the person know that me and you, we are on the same league. Make sense? Does that make sense to you? Yes. Good. So that's why we need to learn how to manifest attraction. If I see blessing and I like blessing, I'm only using her because she's the only lady in this place. If I'm using another person. So, and in my mind, I am trying to weigh whether or not blessing will say yes. Is blessing in my league? She's not in my league. Genevieve, I know she's not in my league. She does right? So I'm not even going to try. And then maybe some other person is way below. I'm not even going to try. But this person, I am trying to weigh whether will she say yes, will she say no? Are we in the same brackets? Right? If I am doing that, and somehow blessing knows how to show me that yes, we are in the same league, what do you think will happen to me? Green lights, have you? So it allows me to ginger myself and go, because people don't like being told no. People don't like rejection. And some people are mean about the way they reject people. Yeah, some people are wicked. Evil. How many of you have experienced evil people before? Nobody wants to be rejected. Eh? Okay.
I wanted to practice. I said, I know you. If you just not funny, don't ask me. You're not funny. I was like, I was not funny. She was so weak.
So that's where manifesting attraction comes into play, right? So we all can attract the opposite sex. The problem is that some of us more than others, but the problem is that most of the time we either do not know, right, that we can attract the person, or we don't know how to attract the person, or we don't know if the person is also attracted to us. That's the reason. And because we are ignorant, we are inhibited by our culture or religion. What am I saying in this place? That's because most of the time, because we are ignorant, we don't know, or we are inhibited by culture. And I said that's the reason why many people remain unmarried, even though they are surrounded by potential mates. Not devils. It's not knowing how to show that guy that me and you, we're in the same league. And as you are attracted to me, I'm also attracted to you. Not knowing how to do it. That's what causes the problem. So in order to attract someone, you must be attractive. That means you must have what it takes to attract them, right? That's what we said earlier on. But better still, you must manifest it. Part of what manifesting is all the talk I talked about, you being confident, you being passionate, you being a person of integrity. That's you manifesting it, right? Because you can have it and not manifest it, or not know how to manifest it. Now, before a relationship can get started, both sides must know if the other is attracted to them. So I'm attracted to you, but I want to know if you are also attracted to me before a relationship can get started. I like her, but I don't know if she likes me. I'm not sure if I show him or her that I like him, he will be favorably disposed towards the women. Fear that the most, right? Tell the guy that I like him now, and then he say he doesn't like me. So how do I communicate that attraction? That's manifesting attraction. So I said the eyes are the windows to the soul. And I guess that's where we're going to end today. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Eye contact and attraction. One of the biggest ways you can show the other person, right, that you're attracted to them is via your eyes. Some of us know, some of us do not know. But there's no secret weapon. But there's one thing that can make a big difference, and that's eye contact. Now, whether you believe it or not, holding someone's gaze can say a lot about how much you are interested in them. Are you hearing me? So somebody say, how would I show him that I like him? Holding the person's gaze is one way to show the person that I like you. People like being noticed. All of us, we like being noticed. People like feeling important, even to just a small group or only to one person, right? All of us, we like feeling important. Even if it is just to one person that we are important, we want to feel important. One way you make somebody feel important or feel noticed is via your eyes. Are you hearing me? Those of you who are married, you're already married, so maybe this does not apply to you that much, but I'm talking to people who are not married yet. Holding someone's gaze is one of the easiest ways to acknowledge another person, that you notice their existence and consider them a valuable human being. When I look at you and I hold your gaze, you know what it means to hold the gaze of somebody? That's eye contact. And holding the gaze for a while, and we'll talk about it a little bit, is one way that I show you that I think that you are important, that I notice you. So making eye contact with someone immediately boosts your attractiveness in their perception. Immediately. People tend to like those who like them. I said that already before. So when you look at somebody and you hold their gaze, albeit briefly, it tends to boost your attractiveness. So if we're in a party, for example, right? In a crowd, in a party, in a plane, at the airport, in a church, and I catch your gaze and I look at you for a moment and I take away my eyes, what I communicate with you is that amongst all the people that are in this place, I saw you. Am I making sense to you guys? So this is why it is important to maintain a steady level of eye contact when communicating with others. That's why, even though our culture teaches us differently, but when you talk to people, right, one of the ways you let them know that you are mindful of what they are saying and you think it is important, what they are saying is important, is by looking at them. Do you understand? Okay. Now, if you are in a crowd and you are with, like I said, in a place where a lot of people are, one of the ways you show the other person that I see you in the midst of all these people, and if I'm seeing you in the midst of all these people, it's because I think there's something about you that is different. There's something that is attractive about you, because otherwise you will be the same thing with everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what your eyes communicates. So how do I do it? So let's look at levels of eye contact. Right? Levels of eye contact. So there is the intentional lack of eye contact. That's one level. Okay, let me backtrack. So maybe you are not particularly good at reading people's eyes or making eye contact. But once you realize what they are, you can be better prepared to understand the non-verbal message people are sending your way. So people actually are doing it to you, and I believe some of us must have noticed it. Hello? Some of us must have noticed it. But because we do not know what they are, or we do not know the message that they are communicating, we're not able to act upon it. Right? But once you know what this level of eye contacts are, you'll be able to understand the non-verbal communication that people are sending across to you. And once you know what they are or they are not saying, you can formulate an appropriate response of how to interact with them. Right? So if somebody is looking at you in a particular way, you are able to tell that this is what she or he is saying, non-verbally. Then you can decide whether am I attracted to her and I want to pursue, or if the guy is looking at you in that particular way, Is he attracted to me? Am I attracted to him? And do I take steps to cause the attraction to what? To grow. So the first level is intentional lack of eye contact. So I am intentionally refusing to make eye contact with you. Intentionally. When someone is intentionally avoiding eye contact with you, that's not a good sign in relationships, in relationship category. So when I don't want to make eye contact with you and I'm doing it intentionally, I'm basically saying I am not interested. Hello? Why?
I can't piece over that thing now. The person might be shy.
So that's if the person is shy, right? Now I'm teaching you something. That's why I'm talking to you now. That if you intentionally, people who are shy, this is what they do. They look and they take their face. That's what they do.
Yes, sir.
That's a shy person.
They will smile.
They what?
There's this kind of, I want to look at you, but I'm having issues looking at you. There's this kind of.
You guys are experts. So when you see somebody that is attractive and you are interested in the person, right? You cannot intentionally refuse to look at the person. So somebody is talking to you and you carry your face away. That's intentional. You understand? I don't know how to put it, but if you were talking to me now, right, or you're asking me something and I say yes, have you gone to places like that where you're talking to somebody, she's a cashier, and she carries, and you're talking to her and she's like, yes, what can I do for you? And we sit down there. What she's communicating is that you're not important. Do you understand? That's what she's communicating. You're not important. I'm not interested in you. Now, and ladies do that. Yeah, ladies do that. You enter into a fine guy like me, you enter into a place, you don't know whether I'm married or not. And this girl, who obviously isn't married, right? And you're talking to her and yes, and she's behaving as though, now, potentially that's somebody that might like you. Potentially, and Christian girls do it a lot. And they do it in the name of being spiritually minded. Do you understand? But they don't realize that what you are communicating is that I'm not interested in you. Even though this is somebody that you may be interested in. Because you don't even know the person in the first place. Then later on you see, carry me, they go, my husband's house. You understand? When you are driving away all the husbands that have been coming your way. So, making that eye contact, when you intentionally refuse to make eye contact, you are saying, I'm not interested. If this is someone you already know or already in a relationship with, and the person is intentionally avoiding making eye contact, it's a sign that something is wrong or they are keeping something from you, right? But like you said, you try not to jump into conclusions. It may also mean something as serious as they are cheating. I don't want to go there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So if someone you don't know yet is avoiding your gaze when you try to make eye contact, that means they are not interested. That's what I said. They are not interested. And they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to engage with you. They want you to go away. You are disturbing them. That's what that body language is saying. So if you didn't know before, now you know. Right? Now you know. So this can even be the message they are sending even if they are verbally talking to you. Like I said, she just carries her face to one side and she's talking to you, but she's looking one side. She's not paying attention to you. She's not meeting your eye. They are saying words but not looking at you. They probably don't want to be having a conversation with you. Do you understand? Okay. Unintentional lack of eye contact. That's the one that you are talking about. So the reason you take your face away, it's because you are shy. You understand? And you smile. So this person is not intentionally refusing to meet your eye contact. This person is probably lacking confidence, right? And sometimes it's not like they intentionally don't want to look at you. Sometimes maybe they didn't notice you. So you understand? Then there's what they call the unconscious glance. The unconscious glance. This often happens with strangers, right? That you're attracted to. Someone looks up, your eyes meet, and then they look away. And they look again. You tell them, carry that. Well, that has happened to some of us, has it?
Several times.
You look at her, or you look, and then maybe the first time you didn't see her, you just turned your face and you look, and then she immediately her eyes. So she's been looking at you since. And so immediately your eyes meet, she just carries her face. Right? And then maybe you smile or whatever, then you look again, and as you're looking, she's at that time she's also looking, and then she carries her face. That's unconscious glance. So now, it may be an accident. Don't drop it to conclusion. It might be an accident, right? When it happens once. See? Because some people are not confident, so they don't like eye contact. But when it happens often, every time you turn, she's looking, and then she carries her face. That's something. It's saying, I see something that I like. So as a guy, I know that this girl likes me. Hello? So if I want to show a guy that I like him, that's something I can do intentionally. Making sense to you? I want to show a girl that I like her. That's something I can do intentionally. Now, knowing this now, that this is the message, when I do that, I can do it so I can intentionally look at her and wait for her eyes to catch my eye and then take my eyes away. Because I'm trying to send her a message. Am I making sense to you? So when that happens, sometimes this is a great opportunity. You are in a gathering, you are in a crowd, or you are in church, and fellowship after fellowship, everybody's greeting everybody, and the person is proximity now, right? So everybody's looking at everybody, and then she looks at you like that, and she carries her face. Or he looks like you like that and carries his face. And when you look again, he carries his face. That's an opportunity to welcome and say, hello brother, how are you? How is service today? Thank you very much. That's an opportunity to grow the attraction. Right? Because evidently he's attracted. And if he's a cup of tea, that is, if he's the kind of person that you like, instead of you sitting down and waiting and praying and saying, oh God, talk to him, show him to him in my dream, in his dream, reveal to him that I'm his wife, or that I'm interested in him, instead of you doing that, which I don't even believe in. Adam saw his wife when he woke up, not when he was sleeping. If you want to use that analogy, he saw his wife after he woke up, not when he was sleeping. So all this, I was sleeping and in the dream, those are connotations of your mind. These are things that your mind conjured up before you went to bed. So now you went to bed in a multitude of thoughts. There arises a dream. So instead of you spending time and praying and hoping and all of that, that's a great opportunity to introduce yourself. Hello, if you have not met him before, hello, my name is Susan So, right? My name is Blessing. My name is Ruki. So, like I said, when that happens once, you can try again by yourself, intentionally, look and carry your face. And if that happens often, right? Smile back at the person. Hello? Smile at the person. So 1, 7, third one, smile. And see whether the person smiles back. Person smiles back, something is cooking. Hello? We are still believers. Hello? Are we believers? Because when some of you are looking at me and seeing what is wrong with this man. I'm teaching you practical things, right? Those of you who are already married are already married. But for those of us who are not yet married, and I'm not one of them. So, in general, if it only happens once, right, it's neutral, in general. And some people really do not have any interest. But when there's a persistence, and you know, funny thing is that you will notice it that even, okay, today's service is finished, tomorrow's service, if you are the kind of person that sits in a particular place, right, and you like the person, before you know it, you are looking for the person, where is the person seated? And then the person also is looking for where are you seated, so that by the time you glance, and he too is glancing. So you know that something is really, really cooking. And you should instead of sitting down, introduce yourself. Okay. Then there is, what's this? Conscious glance. It's supposed to be the conscious glance. Oh, okay. I made a mistake with this thing. The conscious glance. So a glance means that the person makes eye contact and then immediately looks away. It's looking away immediately that signals some form of verbal communication. The problem is that the conscious glance can mean opposite things. The person may look away after catching your gaze because they are attracted to you, and seeing your eyes meet theirs makes them feel momentarily intimidated or self-conscious. But it can also, unfortunately, you can't always assume this is the case, because a person may also consciously remove their eye contact from yours because they are not attracted to you. So that's why I said, because it happens just once, right? Does not necessarily mean that, or maybe even twice, does not necessarily mean that the person is interested in you, right? So, somebody looks at you and then takes away, carries their face firmly. I see, I don't like, I take my face. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's a lingering glance. Over time, you may be able to distinguish between quick or conscious glances and those that last a fraction of a second longer. These lingering glances are the first sign of someone finding you attractive or interesting in some way. So the person is looking at you, not staring, because there's a difference between staring and a lingering glance. Staring is what's the word? It's scary. Somebody is just looking at you continuously. Continuously, just they look you. You begin to wonder what's going on here. If you are a lady, you will be afraid that does this guy mean well? Continuously looking at you like that. So it's not a stare, but it's a lingering look. It's a look that communicates liking. A person who gives you a lingering glance may not even realize they are doing it. It's just carried away. Do you understand? They're just carried away, and you're smiling. They're just carried away by the fact that of what they are seeing, you understand? And they might not even realize that they're actually looking at you longer than is comforting or it's okay. And that's why when your eyes catches their eyes, they come back to their consciousness and then they take their eyes away. That's a lingering look. Humans simply look longer at things that they like. And that's the truth, right? If I like something, I tend to look at it longer. And I was driving towards, he's driving, a fine girl passes and he's looking, he likes what he's seeing. Women shouldn't get angry. It's just natural thing that human beings, and I said even women too do the same thing. So you to the man, you shouldn't be angry. Right? It's just natural that human beings look longer at things that they like. But if you notice this glance, it's not a bad idea to start off a conversation. I think I've said this already. I think I've said most of these things. The second glance, right? If you are paying attention, you may notice that some people who accidentally make eye contact with you will look at you again after breaking eye contact. This is often a clear sign that they find you attractive. Then there's intense eye contact. Intense eye contact that indicates attraction is called gazing. When someone gazes at you, they maintain longer than usual eye contact. This usually means several seconds of them looking at you. They want you to notice that they are looking at you. And that's what I was trying to describe when I say, you doing it intentionally. I want her to know that I am looking at her. I do that with my wife sometimes when in a meeting, she's sitting on the opposite side and I look at her intentionally. Look at her for a long time. And she would say, even now I'm married to her, I do it. Because I want her to know that amongst all the women that are in this place, now only you are the sea. Now only you are the sea. So I look at her very well. And then she notices that I'm looking at her, she looks kind of, and then she looks again, she starts looking at her. But she likes it. She likes it. Okay, so when somebody looks intently and wants you to know that they are looking at you, I try to tell you that I like you. I like what I'm saying, right? So they want you to notice that they are looking. And you have probably noticed by now how powerful eye contact can be. Beyond this, a person may add smiling to their eye contact. Gazing and smiling is a clear sign that someone would like you to talk to them. Gazing at you and smiling at you is a clear sign that someone would want you to talk to them. The longer they continue smiling and gazing, the stronger their interest. Like you know, some people, there's a way a lady will like you so much that it becomes sheepish. I say, the smiling is sheepish. The person is just smiling and touching her hair. The other body language, we'll talk more about that. I want to stop here, but we'll talk more about other ones later on. Right? So the whole idea of this class, especially for those of us who are already married, is to show people who are not yet married how to communicate or manifest attraction. Right? After this, we'll go into courtship, and we'll talk about courtship and talk about the things that you should be doing when you are courting somebody. That is, the relationship has been established between you and the person already. The relationship has been established between you and the person already. The things that you should be communicating, and that will help those of us who are married also. There are some things that you should talk about before you get married that some of us never talked about. And we only got married and started having issues before we started talking.